obviously, Travis Konechny, you named him an alternate captain a little while ago. Do you feel like he feels more of a responsibility now to come through this time of year with maybe a little bit of added leadership?
Well, I think even without the A, I think he feels responsibility. He's a big part of us driving the offense, has been all year long. I know I think he's pretty proud of getting the A, and I'm sure he wants to add there too. So huge part of our team, a huge part of our energy. He knows where we're at, so I'm sure he wants to come through.
He's had a number of, it seems like he's had some looks, but maybe missing the net a little bit.
Pressing a little bit.
Yeah, and I know there was a situation in the Islander game where he turned it over and then didn't play for a little while in the third period. Is he still in the group of players that is still learning a little bit throughout what you guys are going through here?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's learning. It's a guy we need right now, and it's a good situation for him to try to come through for us. I think I think he's very aware of the responsibility that's on his shoulders to try to get us in. I think with him, you got to be really careful that he doesn't try to take too much on. We've had some conversations about that. I just want him to be him. He's a really good hockey player when he's just being himself. So I think that's where, he's still getting a ton of chances within the games. Just hasn't finished. So that's the next step, and hopefully they'll come through here.
Today it looked like he snapped his stick over the boards. Did you ever want him to kind of tone back his frustration?
I love coaching him. I love coaching him because that's the give and take. That's the challenge for me. Is how much do you let him be him, and then when he starts, getting a little bit too far away, with just his intensity. That's what I've got to coach. But I want to bring him. It's great to have a player that you have to bring down off of that. Very hard to get a guy to get to that level. I always talk about trying to get to that level. So as the time I've been here, he's been a terrific player. Have a really good relationship. We've had many conversations about letting him be him, but also I've still got to coach him in certain situations when he forgets that he's getting a little far away.
With regards to these last 2 weeks, losing streaks happen over the course of a year, but with this one, do you think this is more just an ill-timed losing streak, or do you think that that guys are letting the stakes get to them a little bit?
I don't know. I mean, that's something I've got to watch the next 4 games. I've readily said it. We're evaluating. We're all evaluating in this situation. I've replayed it in my mind. We were so focused on that 7 games, right, against all those top teams, where I thought we played well enough. We got 6. I thought we could have got 9. I really did. We played well enough to get 9. But then coming off of that, I don't think we've lost our concept. You throw out the Columbus game, I think we lost ourselves a little bit defensively there. We gave up too many chances. But even since the 7 games, I think we've defended really well, haven't given up a whole bunch. But we're, and it's not a blame game, but we've struggled a little bit in goal. Some of the games have been tough for the goalies because we have given so few chances, and then it's hard to play those type of games. But it's the time of year where we're trying to get in, where goals are going in, and we're not scoring. So it's kind of a perfect storm we're at right now. I think our concept is there. I think we're trying, but we haven't found our way. And especially since the 7 games, playing against, I guess everybody calls them the lesser opponents. I don't think there's ever an easy game. That's where we've lost some of our scoring. We're getting chances. Like, the Buffalo game, we outchanced them 2-1. We don't score, they do. And I'm certainly not blaming anybody, but that's where we're at. And we got to fix it. And that's kind of my responsibility to figure out maybe some line combinations to help us score. I put one together the other night with Lawton, TK, and Beezer, and they had a tremendous amount of offensive chances. They don't score. But those are the things that I'm going through in my head just for something good to happen. And together, as far as our defense and also scoring a couple of goals.
But you talk about, the goaltending. You probably could get a few more saves. The
Yeah.
finishing, the chances are there. You guys are
Everybody
finishing.
has to give skin here. It's everything. Coaches, offense, defense, goaltending. We're all involved in this to try to get this turned around, and we're running out of minutes.
But do you think that guys are tight because of the stakes?
I think some guys are. I'm not going to name names, but I think some guys are. Some guys may be a little bit too loose. Some guys are just struggling at the wrong time of year. But I don't want to make such a quick judgment on tightness and all. I want to let it play out. And I'm just tired of saying it, and we've all said it. They're meaningful games, right? Now we're kind of on the outside looking in. Does that release some guys? Sometimes it's easier to chase than be chased. I don't know. We're going to find out. We've got another week here. Pretty important game. I think we need to look at just the one game. I just want our team to get a result, to get 2 points somehow. And it could be the worst game we've played in a month. But just to get a result, and I think we'll get some of the swagger back. We're teetering there and just, feeling it that way as a group. My responsibility is to just try to instill some confidence within them. Had a loose practice today. Went over a couple things, but then played a game. I just think we need to not overthink this and get back to just trying to find a way to get a result.
How much are you and Danny and everyone keeping things in perspective in net? I mean, these are two rookies who have never played
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Everybody throws the numbers that are out there, and the numbers are bad, right? But we're not even talking about these games meaning anything for us if Urs doesn't play the way he's played. Then I throw Ivan in a situation, who knows where the hell he came from, and he has to play a game. Did we ever? We have Urs penciled in at maybe playing 18 to 22 games this year. Look where he's at now. So there's no blaming. It's just, let's face it, things got thrown into a really, really weird situation when we lost Carter. But having said that, we had discussions in the summer about the situation with Carter and figured something was going to go on, right? And we've got to be honest about it. It's not a great situation for our team when we lost him. But it showed me a lot of good things about a specific guy in Urs, how he handled it. But it's been a lot. And I made the decision that I'm going to live or die with Urs when I played him all those games. I did not have the confidence, and it's certainly not a criticism. It's just my assessment of Sandy. I made the decision that we're going with Urs because I think he deserved it. And I've played the hell out of him, and he's tired. But I think I watched him in the Columbus game, and I saw him battle. I saw a different guy. Again, 6 go in, but a little bit of that was the play in front of him.
Noah Cates stepping back in at center these last few games. What have you seen from him in his game adjustment?
Played better, played harder, better with the puck, scores a goal, scored a nice goal today in practice. Not sure if he stays there. I'm not sure on Coots and all that, how all the lineup goes, but I think he's played better. I still think he feels he's more comfortable at wing. But we'll see where it goes with the lineup as we go through. But I don't think anybody really played that well against Columbus. I don't think Cates. I thought he played really good the night before as far as being hard. I don't think we were hard enough in that Columbus game, him being one of them. But I think for the past month or so has shown us that he can hold on to a puck and make a play, and that's been encouraging with his play.